we haven't filed for the divorce. And the same week, I received, and I was going to court, I received a phone call from a sheriff saying he's delivering something where I am. Then I was at home, and it was the divorce. That was in August. I think it was in September, 2 months later, after my arrest. And then now I couldn't go challenge the Sunday World because the divorce was already there. And the court proceedings carried on. So in December, when I was at home, I sat down, I thought about everything, about the kids, how they were going through the therapy, and everything around us as a family. So in January, so on the 18th of December, after my interview, I received a call from the commission. They said, based on my interview, would I like to come and appear to the commission? Because I said, if the commission call me, I won't mind to come. Then I told them, I said, no, I don't have a problem, as long as I will be allowed to have my legal team to guide me. So they said, the commission is closing. When they open on the 11th, they will contact me again. Then I left home, then I thought about everything. So on the 11th of January, the commission called me. They said they would want to meet with me, discussing based on the call we had in December. Then I said, I don't have a problem, but at the moment, I can't meet with them because I don't have the legal team yet, because the people that I'm using for my criminal case and the civil case, they haven't opened yet. They're still on a holiday. So when I met with Malusi, firstly, here he's talking about, I showed him the WhatsApp messages. Myself and the commission at the time, we haven't committed via WhatsApp. Commission didn't have any WhatsApp communication between me and them. It was only 2 calls that happened. So it's a lie when he said, I showed him WhatsApp messages. 1. 2, when he says, I said, I will go to the commission based on, when I was talking to him, I said to him, Malusi, I feel like us going back and forth, because I don't know what you want from me. Because the other thing he wanted the kids, he wanted me to move out of our home. Then I said to him, I can't just leave our kids. But if that's what you want, you are fighting me for the kids, I will leave the kids. And then let's sit down. Every weekend, the kids must come to me. And every holiday, the kids must come to me. Then I said, if all this noise, because you know deep down that I didn't do anything, can we just, like, we call our lawyers, and then I go approach my legal team for the civil case. I drop the case, you drop the case, then we focus on the divorce out of the media. That's what I offered him. When I was doing that, I said to him, I want us to have our divorce, like, peacefully out of the media. And I was offering that based on the concern of our kids, because I didn't want the 2 of us to have our divorce, because to me, even today, it doesn't make sense, the whole thing. Why Malusi will want me to go through all this thing? Why I must be arrested? Why my information must be taken? Why must I go through all this? And I even said to him, I said, rather for me to pay for lawyers, I'd rather to pay for myself to survive, and you do the same. So the discussion was based on that. And what he said to me, he said, I understood why you did the interview. Hope one day you will you will find it in your heart to forgive me. I'm really grateful that you come with this discussion. I'm sorry about everything. I will talk to my lawyer, which is Billy, that is lawyer for the divorce. Then I will talk to my lawyers. So 2 days later, I came back to him. I said, did you talk to your lawyer? Then he said his lawyer is sick. Then I said, why don't you send him a text? Because I need to go to court in February. Then he said, no, I will talk to my lawyer. A week later, I asked him again, did you talk to your lawyer? Then Malusi said, yes, he spoke to his lawyer. I told my lawyers called his lawyer was blank. Didn't even know about the discussion. So everything, it was just so different. Then I came back to my lawyers, I was like, you know what, let's just leave this whole thing. Because now which Malusi lie. So if that's what, and I went to him, I said, if this is what you want, I'm going on with the case. you can go on, because he knows like my whole arrest was unlawful. Then I said, I will go on to challenge it, but it's just so unfortunate that this is what you want out of our family. So the whole meeting, it was from the good heart. I wanted to protect our family, and I wanted us to have an amicable divorce. When he put like advocate Noma Gigaba here.
Sorry, Ms. Gigaba, I'm not dealing with paragraph 140.
Sorry?
I'm not dealing with 143.4 now.
Okay.
Okay. So I'd like to go back to 143.
Okay.
In January of 2021, did you seek to bribe Mr. Gigaba by saying to him that if he pays you a big settlement and withdraws the criminal complaint against you, you would refuse to testify in the commission? That's what he's saying. Did you do that?
I didn't do that.
Right.
So me appearing at the commission got nothing to do with our divorce. Right. And it was never at hand. It's either we were doing the settlement, I was still going to come to the commission, because that was me clarifying my arrest that is put out there, why my gadgets were taken. That was me doing my duties as the South African, whatever.
All right, could I now turn to paragraph...
Citizen. Yeah. It's just like this thing upset me. So it has never about this. And the reason I said to him, one of us must leave the house, it was just because of the tension between the two of us, that our older son is affecting him, because he doesn't like the tension when we don't talk. So that's the reason I said, Malusi, can you please go stay to our other house? I stay with the kids. Or I take the kids, I go stay to the other house. He said he's going to talk to his financial advisor, Will Smith, and then he will see what he's going to do. So then later, Malusi came back. He said to me, his lawyer said he can't move out in the house because we are both married out of commit of property. If he's moving out, he's waiving his rights as they can't pay our contract of our marriage. So he refused. So I said to him, I'm not leaving either, because I can't leave my kids with him for personal reasons. He knows that he can't take care of the kids.
Could I then ask you to go to 143.4?
Okay.
He says, in support of what she had advised me, she showed me WhatsApp communications between herself and the commission representatives pertaining to giving evidence against me. Did you do that or didn't you?
So everyone is here that I was communicating with them in the commission. I've never had a WhatsApp communication between the members, myself and the commission people.
So did you show him WhatsApp communications?
There was no WhatsApp communication, because I've never communicated with the commission via WhatsApp.
He goes on to say, she also said to me that Advocate Ukhozi SC was very excited about this opportunity for her to testify against me and had offered to assist her. She further told me that Advocate Ukhozi SC is part of the commission and was extremely close to the chairperson through his assistance of the chairperson in the matter. Did you say that to him or didn't you?
I didn't. Also, this is a lie. Malusi just like picking on Advocate Noma Gigaba, because that time I haven't even spoken to him. His offices were still closed and he was still on leave.
He goes on to say, actually prior to this, she had repeatedly informed me that she was being lured by several high-ranking officials in the State Security Department within the ANC and other opposition parties to assist them in destroying me politically on the promise of money, house, and vehicle incentives. So he says you repeatedly informed him of that. Did you do that?
I didn't do that, and that's a lie that I said to him there were people on the top 6. The first time I heard that, it was from him before even the arrest. Malusi said someone from the top 6 leaked the video. There was a porn video of Malusi that he did, and he came to me. He said one of the 6 members leaked the video for him. And also when he resigned, he said to me he was forced to resign. He didn't do it voluntarily. And one of the top 6 members, he was told by someone else, the top 6, that in the meeting of top 6, someone was pushing the president to make him die. So that's the only time I had the discussion about the top 6.
He goes on to say that as we speak, she's currently driving a car bought for her as part of that scheme, probably as a reward for her having dragged my name in the media and having come forward to testify against me in the commission. Are you driving a car bought for you as part of the scheme?
Can you please repeat the question?
Could have a look at paragraph 143.4.
Okay.
The last sentence.
Yes.
As we speak, she is currently driving a car bought for her as part of that scheme.
So this is a lie. No one has ever bought me a car and gave it to me. And Malusi, I've never went to any media to drag his name. The only media people that I went, it was ENCA, and I was clarifying my arrest. 2, when it comes to the car, it's not the first time I drive cars by myself. He's the only person who never had a car in the 10 years we've been together. So for me, it's not a new thing that I had a car that got nothing to do with him.
What car are you currently driving?
Is it relevant for you to talk about that?
I mean, where did it come from? Did you buy it?
Yes.
So the car that you're currently driving, you purchased it yourself?
Yes.
All right. 143.5, around September 2020, she had a meltdown, as she again mentioned the names of some of those people who were involved, all politicians, and said she would not want to be involved in their political ploy against me, and that she would let them know. In return, she asked me to find an apartment in Johannesburg, pay for her studies, which she subsequently abandoned, assist her with some allowance until she found a job. Do you want to comment on that briefly?
There is a lie when it comes to September. Malusi stopped giving me allowance. That was last year, March. And March last year until today, I'm doing everything for myself. And it's not the first time. From 2014 until 2018, I take care of myself.
All right, they need to say, whilst I was busy with that, she changed her mind and told me that she did not...
I'm sorry, Mr. Mabeck.
Yeah.
Did you say from 2014 to 18 you took care of yourself?
Yes. When Malusi, when that car didn't come back, the car that Malusi was given by the service.
The BMW?
Yes, the BMW. I went to buy a car myself, which I've given the details of the car to the commission, because all the deductions for that car, how I was paying myself. And besides the car only, from 2007, the phone that I'm using, my contract, I've been paying for my contract phone. I do everything myself. Malusi is the only one in the house who doesn't pay anything because the state, even the phone that he's using now, or his flights, it's paid by the state. Then I pay for my flight tickets. So it's very strange for him to act like it's the first time now we're going through the divorce. He's shocked how I'm saying, because I have been surviving by myself while he's there. The only time he will assist me is when I'm going to a holiday, that's all. But I take care of myself.
So the credit card that you said he made available to you, was it for you to only use when you were on holiday, or only to use for certain things, and other things you were taking care of yourself, or what was the position? So
at that time when we met in 2009 and King, that's when he given me the credit card. Then when I started working, they took the credit card. So he will only give me the credit card when I'm going overseas. So working, I was using my own salary to do stuff. Also, we don't pay for much. We were paying for much in the house because in the house the state was paying for everything in terms of water, because they even pay for the helpers is paid by public works. So the only thing that must pay for DSTV. So my money, I was using my money to my own shopping stuff. But when I go overseas, he will give me money. Also, there's nothing that because I was his wife, he was supposed to me as much as I was myself.
Mr. Maipa.
Yes, thank you. 45 says that he resisted your attempt to strong arm him into a settlement. He goes on to say at 146 that you became extremely agitated and annoyed by his response. He says it's now clear that had I agreed to her proposed settlement agreement, she would not have gone to the commission, and on this basis, no evidence should be struck from the record. You've already commented on that. Have you got anything further?
The commission's got nothing to do with our divorce.
At 147, he says, thereafter, right up to the present time, Namshula has repeatedly stated that if I offered her my house at Blue Valley or a cash equivalent, she would drop the whole commission issue and pretend that the divorce proceedings had been withdrawn and that we intended to remain married until the commission wrapped up its business. What do you have to say about that?
So to respond on that, for me, it's either him or me. I go to Blue Valley. I wanted us not to stay in the same roof. And also, when that house was bought in 2015, Malusi said he was buying the house for me. And because of the incident that happened, I didn't want to take the house at the time because I was very angry at him. So when I was offering that, I wanted kids to be in a positive environment. It's got nothing to do with the commission. Two, no way myself, even today, I will have some discussion about the divorce because our divorce doesn't affect me that much. Because Malusi only filed for the divorce. Until today, he's never said anything to my lawyers. So there's no way where my divorce is on my neck, or it's only my lawyers who I keep on sending emails to his lawyers and they take time to respond, they're not even responding. The divorce is not a big deal to us. Malusi only did that to cover up for Sunday World when I was going to challenge that. And also, everything in the house, it's me who paid it. I have the whole credit to my lawyer. So it's either we are divorcing or not. I'm not affected that much by the divorce because everything that is there is owned by me, and the house that we're staying there, and he's doing that for his kids. Going through a divorce or not, still pay his part for our kids. So it's not a big deal. It's not like I'm going to lose much because he doesn't even have that much. Also, Malusi doesn't have one car. I'm the one who always has in my name. Malusi doesn't own cars. So divorce is not a big deal. He's making it a big deal, but it's not a big deal.
At 148, he says, I contacted my attorneys the following day to advise them of what had occurred. Now that's to the Blue Valley cash equivalent, and him saying that he would rather persist with the divorce proceeding. He says, 148, they subsequently contacted her attorneys. That evening she was extremely upset that I told my attorneys that it was she who had made this offer to me and said, I should have said it was our agreement. Do you have any comment on that?
Also, this part, it's a lie. That was after myself and the commission started the proceedings. And then I got a call from City Press. They wanted my affidavit. And I told them that I don't have an affidavit. They said it's very strange I don't have my affidavit because everyone who's going to appear to the commission have an affidavit. And I told them that at that moment, I was not sure I'm going to go to the commission because I didn't want them to confirm. And I also said to them everything was confidential. So if they want my affidavit, you can contact the commission. So that's got nothing to do with him. When it comes to this, I even said to them, I don't want to talk to them because Malusi is the one who went to City Press when the media was putting a lot of pressure to him why I was arrested by the hoax. Then City Press put a story that the reason I was arrested by the hoax is just because there was a conspiracy to murder against Malusi, which I was linked on. When we go to court, that page was not even there on the docket until, as we stand, City Press and Malusi accuse me of the conspiracy to murder, and that is nowhere to be found. And I wanted that to be furnished to me, why I was linked on the conspiracy to murder.
And then at 1:49, I'm not sure that I follow precisely what is being said, but Mr. Gigaba says a few days later, she told the City Press the same lie she has now repeated to the Commission, except that in the City Press article, she claimed that I had offered to withdraw the criminal case against her in exchange of her not testifying at the Commission. I will attempt to obtain a copy of the article. Do you have any comment on that?
That's him and the City Press, because they have a relationship of writing stories beside me. When City Press called me, asked me such questions.
Then at 66.2, around June 2020, Mr. Gigaba asked me for all my electronic devices, because he had brought someone to our home who he introduced as an IT expert. He refused to hand them over, etc. Now, this is something that you've repeated to the chairperson in the course of your evidence already. He emphatically denies this. Have you got anything to add to what you've already said? He says it's not true that they demanded her gadgets. He says that the gadgets were collected on the day the police came to arrest her. Say about that?
Firstly, if this is not true, why the hoax were involved in my case? Where we stay, there's a Brooklyn police station, which is like less than 10 minutes away from my house. So if I did something that was supposed to be reported to the police, Malusi was supposed to go to the police station, and the members of the South African police were supposed to come to my home. For the fact that, like, members of the hoax from Mpumalanga all the way, they came to arrest me at home, Malusi knew that what he was planning. 2, on their affidavit, they lied to the NPA. They said they were police who are stationed in Brooklyn, which they lied on their affidavit. They were members of the hoax. When you look at the nature of my case, let's say, since Malusi said I was arrested by the members of the hoax because I sent a message to his friend. Members of the hoax, they don't hold that mandate to arrest people. That's 1. 2, since he says I scratched the car, even that was a domestic incident. It doesn't even involve the hoax. Even if it does, I was supposed to be arrested by the hoax, maybe who stays around in Pretoria. The fact that Malusi called the hoax all the way from Mpumalanga, came all the way to home, denied my rights to call the lawyer. He knew what he was doing. There is no way I will give all my gadgets for one message voluntarily. I'm the person who loves my phone. 2, there's no way I will take my password and my pins. And I was writing exams at the time. And he knew how much I wanted to finish my exams. And then I will just deliberately give all my 5 gadgets to the members of the hoax, the people that I don't even know. That thing, Malusi knows how much my bedroom and my walking-in closet, it's such a privacy. But members of the hoax already knew which phone was kept, which means it's him who told them. There's an iPad that I used to work, and I haven't used that iPad for 2 years. It's staying in another room, not in my bedroom. But members of the Hawks, when I gave them everything, they were like, where is your iPad? And how would they ask, where is the iPad, when I haven't used the iPad for 2 years? And I even said to them, like, that iPad, I don't even know where's the charger, because they wanted the passcode. I said, I don't even know where's the charger, and I haven't used it. Why you want? Because the WhatsApp message was sent via the iPhone. But why they demanding an iPad and a laptop? Why they took my laptop? All this was just orchestrated by him with these friends of his. I call him his friends because the person who opened charges against me, it's his friend who stays in Middleburg, who knows those hoax. And Malus, at some point, I remember, I think it was in 2012, was deployed in Mpumalanga. So there is a big possibility that he's the one who knows those people. Because if then I did something wrong, Malusi was supposed to go to police station, which is just down the road, and open the case there, not to call the members of the hoax. And even today, I will never give my phone to anyone to just invade my privacy like that.
I don't know whether, Mr. Mayberg, you had raised this. I see that at RAF 150, he challenges you to name the IT expert who came to your home and asked for your, or when he asked you for your gadgets. You may have mentioned his name before.
I didn't mention his name before because I didn't even know who was the guy. Because when he came to my bedroom. Because he stays in the east of the house, I stay in the west of the house. So when he came there, he said to me, there is a guy in my study who's here to take our gadgets and delete the stuff. So it's him who knows him.
I know the name.
No, I don't know the name of the guy.
Okay, all right. Mr. Mayberg.
Thank you. I want to...
But you would recognize him if he came in here.
I didn't go to his study. He told me that there was an IT expert.
Oh, you didn't see him?
Yes. I didn't even go with him because I just dismissed that. I said, I don't want things to be deleted in my phone.
Right.
I then want you to one final thing in the schedule. Paragraph 66, you deal with the disappearance of passports. 66 and 67. And at 154, Mr. Gigaba says, what has the disappearance of the passports got to do with me? Do you want to comment on that?
It's got a lot to do with him because I'm the one who kept the passports, and also a day before my passport got disappeared, I made the copies because I wanted to bring the copies to the commission so that when we talk about the dates, I will know which trip happened when. Because I have two passports. One is an ordinary passport, and the other one is a diplomat passport. So the diplomat passport, I've never, the department keeps it for us. Then the other one, I keep it myself. So I went to do the copies. Then when I came back, I put it there. So when I went to it with the committee, I forgot the copies. And because I wanted to give them